So the European action continues. We have yet another round of action-packed Champions League football fixtures coming to our television screens this week. And if you're wondering why we're being treated to so much European football, that's because UEFA is in a race against time. Due to the season's late commencement, UEFA plans to finish the group stages within a period of 8 weeks. That is a way shorter period compared to last season, where the group stages ran for around 3 months. But after what we witnessed in Matchweek 1, we're definitely eager to let the action continue. We want to see more of the same, and rightly so. We have some big games coming up this week in the Uefa Champions League. So let's take a look at some of those games and what to expect this week. Now, Lokomotiv Moscow take on FC Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich got a huge victory against Atletico Madrid last week, and they will no doubt be looking to continue their fine form. Lokomotiv Moscow have a tough task ahead of them, going up against the top team, the best team in Europe at the moment, and the highest scoring team this season so far. So Lokomotiv Moscow does have a tough task ahead of them. Then Shakhtar Donetsk play Inter Milan. Can Shakhtar pull off yet another miracle victory like they did against Real Madrid, against one of the other top European boys in Inter Milan? Now, Inter Milan have had an up and down season so far, but they did get that victory against Genoa in the Serie A last weekend. So they'll be looking to build on from that victory against Shakhtar Donetsk. But it's going to be an interesting one, and I can't wait to see how this one pans out. Now, Manchester City take a trip to France to face off Marseille. Marseille has already beaten one of the rich clubs in PSG domestically. Now they go up against one of the other rich clubs that we know of in Manchester City. Now, Manchester City have a little case of inconsistency, but they did get that victory in Matchweek 1, so they'll be looking to continue and build on from that victory. So this is going to be one that you definitely want to keep an eye out for. Liverpool face FC Midtjylland, while Real Madrid, after that classical victory, the 3-1 victory over FC Barcelona, they go up against Borussia Mönchengladbach, who, well, on their trip to the Uefa Champions League this season, put on quite a performance and have just been getting better and better each season. And in their debut season, they go up against the most successful club in this competition. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one turns out as well. Well, Atletico Madrid play Red Bull Salzburg, and that's all on Tuesday night. Then on Wednesday, the Turkish champions Besiktas take on French champions PSG. PSG, no doubt, looking to brush off that 2-1 defeat against Manchester United last week and record their first victory of this new Champions League campaign, while Manchester United take on RB Leipzig at Old Trafford, while Borussia Dortmund play Zenit St. Petersburg. And then we have that game, Juventus versus FC Barcelona, the most talked about game ever since the fixture list was announced, and rightly so. We could definitely get to see a Cristiano Ronaldo versus Lionel Messi matchup yet again. Now, what a week ahead of us. Exciting games all around, and I definitely cannot wait for them now. And as I said, we have that game, the most talked about fixture ever since the fixture list was announced. Juventus versus FC Barcelona. This is the first time that Cristiano Ronaldo, ever since he traded the white of Real Madrid for the black and white of Juventus, goes up against his arch nemesis, his longtime rival, and his fellow, and someone, the only person that you could say is fit to be in the same conversation as him in the greatest players of all time, and that is Lionel Messi. So that is the conversation that has everybody talking. However, we have a case of COVID-19. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo did test positive for the COVID-19 and is currently in his 15th day of isolation. However, he has been asymptomatic. Now, there was talk that Cristiano Ronaldo may not make this game. However, all hope is not lost. If Ronaldo can test negative 24 hours prior to the game, then he is in contention to start that game. Now, we await the results of, we await his COVID results today. And if they come out negative, then, well, you can see the smile on my face. Then we will definitely get that Cristiano Ronaldo versus Lionel Messi matchup. Now, talking a little about that game, Andrea Pirlo, the one who currently is at the helm at Juventus, the last time he went up against FC Barcelona, he lost against them in the Uefa Champions League final, and that was back in 2015. Now he returns against them as a manager. Now Ronald Koeman is almost in a similar position as Andrea Pirlo. He is a new manager at FC Barcelona, and both these two managers are trying to change things up. Juventus have long been identified as a defensive club, and that is something that has hugely worked out for them and helped them win numerous trophies. Andrea Pirlo has now come in and is trying to change that. He wants Juventus to play attacking, free-flowing football and have balance all around the pitch, not only concentrated on the defensive end. And that's why we can see that he's brought in the likes of Dejan Kulusevski, the likes of Federico Chiesa, Winston McKennie. He wants his team to go forward and not be shy and not rely on the defense. He wants them to go out there and get those goals and have huge scorelines. And of course, when you have a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, you have to feed him those sort of players, and he's bringing in the personnel. And of course, you also have the likes of Paulo Dybala, who, well, is also turning out to be, over what we've seen, over what we saw what Sarri tried to do last season, which, well, proved to be quite difficult but worked out well. That Paulo Dybala, once he is in a free scoring side, if he's in a side that goes for a lot, then he's definitely going to get you the goals. While for Ronald Koeman, he's trying something new at FC Barcelona, something that they've largely been criticized for, and that is their reliance on Lionel Messi. Ronald Koeman wants everybody at the club to be at their best, to contribute something, to contribute to the success of the club. He wants everyone to reach their potential and not only rely on Lionel Messi, so that if they do win something, then everyone gets credit and not only one player gets credit. And of course, Lionel Messi is in his twilight years of his footballing career, and he doesn't have quite the same athleticism as he had 3, 4, 5 years ago. So he does need a little of that burden taken off his shoulders. And if this does work out, then, well, Ronald Koeman, we could say Ronald Koeman is a genius, but he is finding it hard so far. In his last 4 games, he's only recorded 1 victory, and that was against Ferencváros last week. And his recent loss coming up against Real Madrid, and that has brought a lot of questions. While for Juventus, they have a little case of a win-draw-win situation, and that is kind of their momentum so far. But if you're to ask anyone, which situation would you rather be in? They will be definitely choosing the Juventus situation. However, this is a matchup that I'm definitely excited for, and I really have my fingers crossed. I have my fingers crossed that Cristiano Ronaldo will be fit for this game, and we'll finally get to see that Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi matchup once again. But UEFA Champions League up, and it's here. So get your beverage, sit back, and enjoy some European action.